You have a variety of programs that are underneath that umbrella that will launch in the next several years. Today is the start of all those programs. It's for both students who are here, students in the community, like to receive in a field that is a subset
all types of electrical engineering.
The great thing about this is that this is an emerging industry. We know that there are jobs and well-paying jobs, and we want to invite all those who are interested to find out.
I'm only here for 2 months right now.
There are private dollars that are available for tuition scholarships.
Thank you very much. Funny, I looked at this and it talks about smart building and automated services. And, a lot of my friends who have graduated, and my major is energy systems engineering. A lot of the things they do is directly from automating services in buildings. Wow. Oh, okay. Yeah, even 5 or 6. 5 or 6. That's probably
Hello. Hello, everyone. What a packed room. I want to welcome everyone to Roxbury Community College. Welcome to the Center for Smart Building Technology. We're so honored to have you all here today, as well as our advisory board and many other of our partners. So thank you for coming. We are so grateful for all your support. And the size of the crowd is overwhelming. I love that. My name is Frank Ruck. I'm the Executive Director of the RCC Center for Smart Building Technology. To begin, I'd like to acknowledge representatives from Senator Markey's office. Where are they? Oh. Thank you for attending. We're so grateful for Senator Markey's continued support of our center. Senator Markey has been a great friend to Roxbury Community College and was with us a few months ago for our tech tour. The senator would have been here himself if it weren't for some minor controversy involving an impeachment trial. So we will forgive him for that. One verdict the senator says is that we all can agree on is that the program promoting smart building technology will provide generations of students the skills they need to be successful in a rapidly expanding field of green energy. So I want to thank him for those comments. So as building technology and the overall economy evolves over the next 10 years, there will be winners and losers in the economy. Green tech will clearly be a winner. I think we can probably all agree, especially here in Boston. Recently, Boston announced its intent to be carbon neutral by 2050. Carbon neutrality by 2050 requires a strategy which includes deepening energy efficiency while reducing energy demand. Buildings account for over 42% of all CO2 emissions. Optimizing all building performance is critical to Boston reaching its carbon neutral goal. Some ask, who is going to do all this work? A new smart building technology profession will be required. The Boston Globe reported employers anticipate needing to fill 34,000 building operations and maintenance positions by 2022. This is like in 2 years. And an institutional void currently exists. An institutional void which RCC intends to fill. Our mission here at the RCC Center for Smart Building Technology is simple: to prepare the highly skilled workforce needed to implement the sustainable, high performance, and energy efficient smart building practices required to achieve Boston's 2050 carbon neutral plan, and to do so with a sense of urgency and environmental equity. As the sci-fi author William Gibson once noted, the future is here. It's just not evenly distributed yet. I ask you, what better place to begin working on evenly distributing the future than here at Roxbury Community College, in Boston, in the #1 state for energy efficiency in the US. We can lead the country in these efforts, and we will lead the country in these efforts. It is now my great honor to introduce our first speaker. Since joining Roxbury Community College in 2013, our president, Valerie Roberson, has shown an unparalleled commitment to green energy. In addition to her work supporting the establishment of the Center for Smart Building Technology, Dr. Roberson oversaw a $72.5 million in campus renovations, which included a $20 million investment in green energy. The project completed by Amoresco consisted of 23 unique energy conservation measures, including the 3,000 panel solar canopy constructed above Parking Lot 1. Due to Dr. Roberson's leadership, RCC's administration has received numerous accolades for their leadership in the field of green energy. In November 2017, the Baker-Polito administration awarded a Leading by Example award to RCC. In October 2018, Dr. Valerie Roberson received a 2018 Leventhal Award from A Better City, recognizing her leadership and vision. Please join me in welcoming RCC President, Dr. Valerie Roberson.
Thank you so much. Indeed, it is a privilege and an honor to be president here. This is a great institution. It always has been a gem for the community of Roxbury. And the work that we're doing is so important, both to the citizens of Roxbury and the businesses all across Boston. This is an opportunity, we believe, to ensure that individuals that live in this community have access to a program that will put them on the leading edge in the economy and perhaps give them equal footing for opportunities for good jobs for themselves and for their families. And so I have to give so many accolades to so many people in the room who really had this vision even before I did and worked alongside of us for the last 3 years. This whole program started because some of the leading businesses in Boston came to the college and said, can you help us to build a curriculum for this emerging economy? And we were in a position to continue to work with them. And so some of the advisory board members, I see you here, if you could just give a wave so we can acknowledge your work. We really are grateful for their continued efforts to, again, one thing that is important when you build a new curriculum is to ensure that the output is going to give the individuals the skills that they need to be successful in that field, and we really couldn't do it without our strong business partners. We also had a great deal of support from several funders. So the City of Boston Neighborhood Trust Fund, the Mayor's Office of Workforce Development gave us an initial planning grant. We received funds from the Seaport Grant, Capital Skills Improvement, as well as private donations from National Grid and Eversource. These dollars fund the equipment necessary for our programs, as well as provide scholarships for individuals from the community who want to pursue this curriculum. So this is an opportunity really for people who want to get into the field and they won't really have to come out of their pocket. We also want to thank some specific members of our advisory board, like Harvard University, Skanska, the folks at DCAM who worked with us to actually implement our program, members of the state legislature who've always been supportive of our efforts. We just want to really give you our deep and humble appreciation for your continuous support. And we just couldn't be more pleased. I have the distinct honor of working with an individual who's given so much to our board for several years. Steve Tompkins, in addition to serving as the sheriff of Suffolk County, he's also been an advisory board member for 8 years, Board of Trustees member for 8 years, and currently serves as the chair of our board. You know, he's been with us through difficult times and great times, and so today is a real privilege to continue to see him at our side. So we couldn't thank you enough, Steve. So.
So I actually got kicked up in the program here. I'm still getting my thoughts together. So let me say this, first and foremost, whenever a legislator stands in front of a room, the bit of housekeeping that we do is to acknowledge other legislators. And so I see Representative China Tyler here and Representative Liz Malia. Please give them a round of applause. Valerie and I have like kind of a mutual respect and love society going on here. And oftentimes, you'll hear in the news things that aren't very flattering. And you don't really hear a lot of the good stuff that goes on here. A lot of the hard work that people do here. Now, this is not a crack against the media. Hello, guys. What I want to say is, this is good news. And this is the kind of news that really needs to be pushed forward, particularly when you talk about a school like Roxbury Community College that is a gem right here in the heart of the, hey, John Tobin's here. How are you, John?
When are we going to get
Yeah, I know. John, we go way back when he was a city councilor, and now he's, big guys over at Northeastern University. But the point here is this school is a gem, right in the urban core. And when you talk about things like the environment, when you talk about the green space, when you talk about jobs like this that will afford people in this community and beyond an opportunity to improve their station in life, there's not much better than that. And so I applaud Valerie, I applaud the board, I applaud the administration, and the students, frankly, and the community, as well as the legislators, and the community for, and here comes City Council President Kim Janey. Please give her a hand. When you talk about the globe getting smaller, when you talk about environmental racism, when you talk about the things that people need to do to safeguard their families and their communities, the thing that we need to remember is that we are, at the end of the day, our brothers and sisters keepers. And so a program like this, a school like this, that is really going to reach into the urban core and give the community members, and in particular, folk of color, an opportunity to move forward is an awesome thing. So, representing the Board of Trustees, I just want you all to know, and I'm glad to see so many of you here, that we, the Board of Trustees, give this administration and this president a serious vote of confidence for all that she's getting done, and the work has just begun, so you're not going anywhere anytime soon. If you thought you were, you're wrong. Because there's much more work to do, and Roxbury Community College is going to lead the way. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for your continued support. Next, I'd like to invite Mike Keneally, Secretary of Housing and Economic Development for the state of Massachusetts.
Well, thank you, everybody. It is wonderful to be with you here today. What
what an exciting program and an exciting announcement today. You know, as Secretary of Economic Development, I get to travel the state from end to end all the time. We just last year wrapped up our economic development plan for the second term of the Baker-Polito administration. We held 9 large regional engagement sessions. We had 1 here at RCC, and we got everyone's input on what the economic development plan should be. And there were a number of things that came out of that, but a couple things we heard loud and clear. One is we need to make sure we remain a leader in the growth industries of today and tomorrow. And sitting here today thinking about green energy and energy efficient buildings and the link to the maritime economy, which we'll talk about. This grant came from our Seaport Economic Council. We've made $41 million of grants to support the maritime economy. So trying to stake out these positions in really exciting industries. But the second is make sure we have the workforce for those industries. And we've been very focused now on workforce in the first 5 years of the administration. Trying to create those pathways for young people from school into industry. I love the comment about working with companies to make sure you understand their needs. We've tried to do that now for 5 years, create that alignment between schools and companies and make sure our young people have exciting pathways. And you know, so much of this is about awareness, making young people aware of the opportunities. There's so many exciting things happening folks may not know about, and then providing them the skills to do that. It's why in 5 years we've made $80 million in grants to vocational technical schools to create programs in alignment with industry. It's why last week the governor announced something called Career Technical Institutes, where we're going to sort of repurpose and add capacity to our vocational schools so they can educate more young people and adults. It's why we made the grant we made here today in partnership with the Mass Maritime Academy and creating that pathway for students into further education or industry. So this is really exciting stuff. It's exactly what we ought to be doing as a state, helping to grow these exciting industries and helping young people find a pathway into them. If you take a look at our plan is called Partnerships for Growth. And I have to say, we love that title because we wanted a title that captures how we all work. You think about who's in the room today, the state and the city and RCC and your industry partners and our partners in the legislature. It's really just how we get things done. And it's how we work, and you're right, there's a lot of bad news out there today, but in Massachusetts, we seem to work well together and get important things done. So Partnerships for Growth is the title of our plan. And we have sort of 4 key areas of focus, 4 pillars as we call it, and then 5 principles that will drive the work. And one of those principles is equitable opportunity. The idea that every citizen, every community has that chance for growth and opportunity and success. And that's what's going to motivate our work going forward the next few years. So it's wonderful to be here, and congratulations to all. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to invite to the podium State Representative China Tyler.
Good evening, everyone. Again, my name is China Tyler, State Representative, 7th Suffolk District. I represent Roxbury, Dorchester, Fenway, and the South End. And obviously that includes Roxbury Community College, which I have a super honor to be able to represent. And I'll keep my remarks very short and quick. As you all know, we have a huge income inequality gap here in the city of Boston. And oftentimes it's very, very difficult for folks that live in the city and in the state per se to find jobs that provide them with resources that will allow for them to stay in their communities. And so I find that this program is one of those options, a solution to addressing that issue of our income inequality gap. And I'm very, very proud of the work that's being done here at Roxbury Community College. And I will continue to be supportive. And whatever you need, President Robeson and our Chair, Sheriff Tompkins, I'll be here to be supportive, and I look forward to cutting the ribbon. Thank you so much.
Next to the podium, I would like to invite State Representative Liz Malia.
Thank you, everyone. Welcome. This is an experience that I think especially is good for the soul. There have been challenges. We all know about them. I've worked in this area for many years as a state rep. I've had a chance to discuss a lot of the problems that have come up, a lot of the challenges that are here. Now I'm on the Ways and Means Committee at the State House, so that means some of us have to sit down and listen to all the needs of the different constituencies, and then we have to figure out the means. But one of the things that's happening today with the Roxbury Community College program is that you're providing the means. And I hear it from constituents, but I also hear in the committee work, we need a trained, capable workforce. And in Massachusetts, we haven't done as good a job as we should. And I think that's what's especially exciting. Constituents who complete the associate degree program learn how to use smart building technology to collect and analyze efficiency data, build, install, repair, and maintain digital energy conservation systems, program technology to enhance overall energy efficiency, and prepare and present reports on energy efficiency. Immediately upon graduating, this is the exciting part, from the associate degree program, graduates can find employment as smart building technicians, making approximately $50,000 a year. They can also transfer to Mass Maritime, earn a bachelor's degree, and earn $75,000 as an assistant facilities or field engineering manager. I could never begin to comprehend what that how complicated that is. With a master's degree, graduates can earn $90,000 as a facilities or field engineering director. What I know is there are great minds and a lot of enthusiasm, and we need it as a state. We need the resources that those young people will bring us, and they will find those opportunities here. So congratulations, Dr. Robertson.
Next, I'd like to welcome to the podium City Council President Kim Janey.
Under the weather, so we'll definitely keep it brief. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kim Janey, and I'm proud to serve as the president of the Boston City Council, the most diverse Boston City Council that we've ever had. And I also have the pleasure and honor of serving as the District 7 City Councilor. So it is a pleasure to be here today at RCC. Being in the heart of my district, and I want to thank you, Valerie, for your leadership, and certainly our board chair, the sheriff, for your leadership. This is so important because we need to be thinking about new pathways of opportunities for folks so that we can all enjoy living in our great city of Boston, and that there is, in fact, truly shared prosperity and economic opportunities. You've heard about income inequality. The wealth gap here in Boston, as we know, is $250,000. And whatever we can do to create opportunities and pathways that will get us out of deep poverty, which is RCC is in the heart of a neighborhood that has deep poverty, a concentration of deep poverty. And when that is the case, unfortunately, too many families find themselves with barriers that are seen and surmounted. And then we have other issues like trauma, chronic unemployment, et cetera, et cetera. This is why this program is so incredibly important. We've got to create the right partnerships and the right pathways. I'm very encouraged to see Northeastern in the building. I see Madison Park High School is here. Thank you for being here. Because we need to think about how we do things differently. We're in the middle of a building boom. This is a new opportunity for a very new industry, and as we embark on this, it's important not just for our environment and for jobs and economic opportunities, but it's important for our planet. And so I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be here to continue to support the amazing work that is happening at RCC. Thank you so much for your leadership and your partnership, and it's great to be here. Thank you.
Director of Business Strategy, Midori Morikawa.
On behalf of Mayor Walsh and Chief of Economic Development, John Barros, in the City of Boston, I'd like to thank Dr. Robertson, Secretary of Community, elected officials, colleagues and friends here with us today to mark this milestone celebration. As you know, Boston continues to grow. We add an average of 20,000 jobs annually. Imagine Boston 2030, the city's first citywide plan in over 50 years, charged with a course for sustainable, equitable growth across all neighborhoods. And as we continue to grow, we must build a diverse, resilient economy on a course of smart growth for the future. jobs that will require the training and skill sets offered here at the Roxbury Community College Smart Building Technology Center are the jobs for the future. Clean energy and our maritime economy are vital parts of the Boston economy, and this program takes major steps forward in closing the skill gaps for the future, jobs for the future, supports key sectors of the economy, and offers an entry path into a robust industry that allows for upward career mobility. All of these translate into wealth building and economic mobility for our residents. With this program, we're also connecting residents and communities across the city to ensure Boston's booming economy is benefiting all of us here at the city. So as part of my speech, I was asked to highlight some of the classes offered in this center. For those of you who are looking to change your career, for a salary, starting $50,000 to $75,000, $90,000, or if you have brothers, sisters, cousins, anyone looking to take opportunity here. So there's a building operator training. It's a leadership training program for commercial building engineers and maintenance personnel. There's a Lead Green Associate Program that provides first step in understanding leadership in energy and efficiency building certification processes. WELL Certification Prep introduces the leading tool for advancing health and well-being in buildings globally and WELL certification process. And there are more courses under development. It's crucial that institutions educating and serving our residents work closely with our city, state, and private industry to ensure critical need is being met. On behalf of Mayor Walsh, congratulations again on this milestone, and we look forward to working with you.
To close the program, please join me in welcoming Greg King, entrepreneur and RCC Foundation board member.
This is amazing. On behalf of the RCC Foundation, thank you for your presence today. Only in Massachusetts could the Center for Smart Building Technology so quickly evolve from a concept to a reality. It's a shining example of how academia and private industry can work together to solve a problem like the acute shortage of the skilled and diverse workforce needed to mitigate the greenhouse gases that are slowly destroying our beautiful planet Earth. It's widely acknowledged by the scientific community that we are rapidly approaching a climate mitigation tipping point, fueled by greenhouse gas emissions from power plants, buildings, and vehicles. In order to avert a climate crisis of unimaginable consequences, we must change the way we generate and consume energy by boldly embracing renewable energy, energy efficiency, and vehicle electrification. To meet the local challenges created by climate change, we need to increase the number of skilled clean energy workers. And while Massachusetts is a national leader in clean energy job creation, diversity and inclusion remains a challenge. By financially supporting the Center for Smart Building Technology, local government and private industry are enabling a more diverse, inclusive, and equitable clean energy economy. With the support of local government and private industry, we have the potential and opportunity to address both climate change mitigation and income inequality that remains a reality for communities of color in Boston. While today marks a milestone, thanks to the support of our current donors, there's still a lot of work we need to accomplish, such as expanding the training programs beyond commercial buildings and growing our scholarship pool so that no student who wants an exciting career in clean energy is financially prevented from doing so. So please consider making the Roxbury Community College Foundation a beneficiary of your 2020 equitable giving campaigns.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, speakers. Thank you all for coming here today. I'm sincerely humbled by all your support. It takes an extraordinary team to tackle some of the things we talked about today. With you as our partner and the knowledge, expertise, and experience assembled in the room here today, I'm confident that we are off to an awesome start. I want to thank you all so much. After this, we're going to have a couple of photo ops here and outside. Then we're going to have a tour of the lab in the next room, and then we're going to end with a reception downstairs. So I hope you can stay and join us for the remainder part of the program. Thank you.